today's the dog stream. Bye. Right, hey, welcome. Let's run the quick intro, because that's what we do. All right, here we go. Let's check if chat works. Hello. Oh, that's hi, hello. Hello. There you go. All right. Welcome to today's live stream. We are gonna make this cylinder fit these cases. There'll be a lot of noise, there'll be a lot of grinding and blah blah blah, but we'll hang out together and we'll get it over with. Just to give you an idea of what's going on here. So this is a typical Malossi 166. This is a really cool piston. We have some gaskets. We have a spacer because this thing will get stroked. We will have to do work on the cases. Hold on, my camera is acting up. Sorry for that. Every time. And stop zooming. Go away. Focus. There you go. That should do it. Hey. You're going to be like, hey Lee, why do you have to extract a bit over here? We're not going to talk about that. What did I use it for? Oh yeah. One of the adjuster screws in here was broken off, so it actually worked out pretty nice with the extractor bit. So we will need Sharpie. We'll need a scratchy needle thing. We will need a bunch of Dremel bits. We will need my new Dremel flex shaft. Hold on. Yeah, Murphy, come on. And I probably need a chair too. It's kind of cold. Hold on, someone is just honking outside the house. Murphy, night. Murphy, go. Oh. Alright, back, sorry. Right. My old flex shaft broke, so I got a new one yesterday. Just gotta unpack it without dying. Plastic packaging is literally the worst thing in the world. Like, this would have been perfectly fine in a cardboard box. I'm starting to get old, grumpy about everything. Alright, sorry I had chat turned off for a second. Let me get back to. Hey Pointy, what's up? Is it midnight? What time is it? Oh, it's 7 p.m. here. Alright. Hey dogs, come on. So, really interesting fact. My flex shaft was busted and we had to take it apart and blah blah blah. And it was really annoying to take everything out. So I ended up, usually you have a button here, right? But as it stands now, I have to take the shaft out, put a tool in here, and then I can untie, I can untighten. Alright, let's try this again. So yeah, as you can see, I really don't want to deal with this, and these Dremel things are cheap enough. There you go. Alright, and I'm missing the top. Oh no. Murphy, do you want it? Let's make some space. I got the dog here today. Murphy. Oh, there she is. If you go back to the beginning of the episode, you'll see her too. This one cuts really well. I'm gonna start with that guy. So there's two things we gotta do, and I'll get to that here in a minute. I gotta move the camera around. So hold on. Can you go in just a tiny bit? So backwards, there's a lot of potential in these ports, right? So I could open them up and straighten them out more or less like this. But we will also have to open them forward. So this is a pre-cut spacer, right? That one is pretty garbage. Right, let's not use that one then as a marker. Let's just mark with this guy. I wanted to say so I Sharpie everything, let it dry, and then when I put it on, you can see the scratch marks way easier. We'll start off by making this fit the cylinder. Put a little bit of a bend in my scratchy thing. So I have the black underneath. I line it with the holes. If you want to be fancy, you can take two studs, push them outwards so stuff doesn't move, and then we go in and do our little marking. This right now is only for the gasket. Why? Because that way we can get a good mark on the cylinder afterwards. Alright. So you can see we'll take this and then align it down here. So all of this gotta go, and then all of this has gotta go too. And then once we have it aligned to the cylinder, we have a good template. So this is down, we'll mark that. Not down, up. I haven't responded to any questions. Oh yeah, you should get one. I mean, I'm no purist spoons, but if you want an easy bike that gives you that vintage feel, just get a Stella. Because you got disc brakes and everything on it. Well, that doesn't sound healthy. Maybe should have greased up the cable. All right, let's do that quickly. Let's try this again. Wonder if we shut up. By the way, this is the part where you play your own music and then don't listen to my noise. Alright, let's check what we got. It doesn't have to be perfect right now. Really all I want is to get a decent template. So we kind of know what we want on our engine. Yeah, it's decent, I want to say. Guinness, what do you do? There's still a tiny bit to take here. Yeah, not much, but some. I'm actually going to use a hand file to clean these corners up because we want that nice little edge. Those who just tune in and see me with a file are like, what's he doing? Alright, that looks a lot better. Alright, that's good enough. So let's move over, see if we're getting this. There we go. Oh Murphy, what do you want? Jumpy Naggy. So we'll just put 2 studs in. Of course I put them in the wrong way. Something really terrible about Stella LML engines is they glue the studs in. The effort it takes to take them out is something else. Alright, so you can see we'll run into a couple of issues. Issue number 1. This guy. That's not that big of a deal. Alright, so you gotta take some over there, you gotta take some over here. You gotta take some of there. Okay, let me mark this black. Alright, so you can see what we got going on here. Although this looks like it will leave a dent here, I'm just going to make it a nice smooth pocket, and once the pockets are made, we're going to align it on the cylinder here as well. Because I am sure we can make these nice and round, and then open all of that on the cylinder too. What was interesting is, see how this is good? The back boost port is awesome. So I don't think I'll have to touch that much. Just at the end, we'll get to cleaning up, then I'll have to do some more work. But right now, it looks really good. So we're going to start with this side of the engine. I'm going to turn it. We're going to take this half off, put the cylinder back on, and then we'll see how deep we go. I got to do that with the spacer. This is just minor, finer details, but I really enjoy doing this stuff. Doesn't want to come loose. Number one. No, it's for a Malossi 166. Well, actually, we're gonna make it into a 175. My dogs are nagging. So this is the this is the gasket from a Polini. Just to compare. See how big that thing goes in towards the back? So we'll see. Maybe if we get all frisky, we'll put some larger ports in it. But for now, let's just take this half off. There we go. I'm gonna put it somewhere. Inside here, there's a lot of work to do as well. We'll get to that. Guinness. Guinness. My dogs are whining because they have to stay in the garage right now. Alright, so tilt this upwards a little bit. Right, so let's see if I can get you in there. You know what? I'm just gonna take this. I'll show you. Guinness. So, I know it's not focused. What I want to do is mark everything. Find out how deep the cylinder goes. See down here? I have to open on the cylinder actually to take advantage of the full boost port, so we're going to do that. But now we know how deep and how wide we can cut. Alright, there we go. This port. Oh, that's what we're gonna do next. Oh, do you want to see something cool? Ain't that a cool thing? Right. I can't wait for that thing to run. Oh, I still have the piston rings in here. Oops. All right. I'm gonna tilt this a little bit. There's no point in opening it backwards, but so we will go up to, let's try this again. Yeah, we'll go to there. I have not seen. It's funny because last weekend I was building a Quattrini 260. If you follow Instagram and stuff, you've seen some pictures. And I realized I have, at this point, we've been doing this for what, 2 years. I've built every single brand of cylinders: Parma Kit, Quattrini, Pinasco, Malossi, Polini, and DR. What's the other one? Olympia. But you know which one I don't? It's the VMC. It's mostly because they're really hard to get to the US. I wouldn't mind trying it. I mean, it looks like a good cylinder. But I can't really say anything because I haven't held it in my hand. I haven't seen the finish. So it's an interesting price, I want to say. Just pay attention that you put it together properly, and it should be fine. Hi, Murphy. Nice. Or the doggy. The doggy. Yeah, that's aluminum. You can't be there. Oh. I'm sorry, we have puppy break. Murphy, what's up? You're pushing up. Let's see, you pushed something off. You got aluminum on you, dumb dog. Come here. Good girl. Dogs, am I right? Oh. Well, it's nice that you interrupted me because I wanted to change the bit to get a rounder shape, because right now everything's kind of straight and I want to have that pocket feel to it. Hey, I wouldn't mind trying a VMC if anyone can hook me up with one. Sean, what are your plans? Do you want to just slap it on? Are you gonna do case porting and stuff? Where'd he go? Well, this pocket turned out pretty nice. Let's see how much we made it too large. Actually pretty good. Wow, look at that, first try. Yeah, I can, that's how straight it is. That's real nice. But you can see there's a lot to take on the cylinder now, which I wanted to do anyway, so that's not that big of a deal. Yeah, I'm actually quite happy with this pocket. I'm gonna smooth in this section, as you see this. So I'm gonna make a little bit more of a corner here. And I think that's it. Let's check with the cylinder on. Wow, yeah, if I take that little pocket there. Honestly, I mean, that sounds like a dick thing, right? Like, oh, it's not that hard. It really is not that hard. Use caution and use patience. I haven't learned this anywhere. This is just, you know, self-taught. I like these cutters, although they're made for steel. They give you a good pace on the aluminum. And when you move against the cutting direction, right? So you move from right to left, just to clean it up. And then it's important, at least that's what I think, it's important to use the right shape of bit. See, this one's a little flatter. This one's rounder. So if I want to make a pocket, I use the round bit, because that way I can put that round shape into it. Yeah, this looks really nice. There is, I want to say, there's some I need to take here. I feel it with my fingers, right? So if you can feel a good pocket, I mean it's still rough because we're gonna sand it afterwards. So I wouldn't worry too much about how it looks right now. But we're gonna cut a little bit here, and then a little edge in the corner there. Geary, Geary. Ever since I moved to the US, I forgot how to pronounce international names. Such an embarrassment. What do you mean with is that an original crank one? This one? This engine will run on a 60mm crankshaft. I always wanted to build a high timing Malossi cylinder. We're gonna have a pipe design exhaust for it. This is gonna be freaking awesome. What's interesting about this Malossi port design is I haven't broken through. I have not broken through. On the Polini ones, I just break through like crazy. So I mean, I'll take it. Very much, I'll take that. I did put. Oops. This way. I did put some steel reinforced putty, JB epoxy high temperature, and I put a little TST in there, just in case when I break through. But I haven't, so that's really exciting. I'm not complaining about that at all. Yeah, this looks good. Like we'll get to sanding and to finishing, so it'll be nice. I am gonna clean up here with the sandpaper pad later. I'm gonna clean up this. Yes, we can do that now. And then in the intake, there's this lip. So we're gonna get rid of all of that. Hi Guinness. That's the rough stuff. Actually, let me take it. Did chat die, or is it just me? Did it get quiet? I wonder if chat doesn't work. Let me type something. Let's type. There you go. It works, I guess. Alright. I had a bunch of bits. They're inside. Okay, so we're not gonna... Oh, Murphy 9, come on. There's aluminum stuff here. Go, come on. Come on, move. So I'm not gonna go inside. I can't bother carrot right now. So let's paint this black and find out what we need to take on the cylinder. Alright. Has anyone in chat right now ever mounted a Malossi? Seriously, I think my chat is broken. Maybe it's just everyone left, but if you are there and you hear me, can you say something? Ah, there we go. Yay, chat works. Ah, there we go. I was like wondering. can see the difference between this guy and this guy. Alright, that's actually not bad. I don't have any if I had M7, so I just bolt it in here and then grind the spacer to match it. But this looks pretty good, so we're going to take this and put it on this cylinder. Hold on. Goes like this. Let's not mess this guy up. Okay. Cylinder goes in like this, so it's this side. There we go. So you can see, oh, you can't see. We're gonna take some here. God damn it, there we go. All right. And we're going to take some here. Now the question is, how are we going to do this? I'm going to cut the edge, open this up a little bit. I am not going to get into the skirt at all. It's already pretty big. I don't want to mess with it too much. So we're just going to take whatever's here off later. So here's something interesting. Malossi makes 3 ports. 1, 2, 3 in the back, but this port is closed. Well, these are open. Question, can I drill it? I'm gonna have to, there's a big Malossi 166 thread on the German scooter forum. I'm gonna later get some inspiration from them. Murphy, what's up? Hey, come on, stop knocking stuff down. All right, I think I'm done on this side for now. Before you get to the finish and the polishing, we still got lots of cutting to do on the other side. So, bye. Oh, sorry. I forgot to move the camera. All right. Oh, Murphy, why are you so whiny? like I did on the other side. I want to see how deep I will go. And then let's try the whole cylinder shebang again. Sean, you still there? I actually have a question for you. But I'll wait until you confirm that you're still here. Are you in a, like, I mean, you don't have to answer, right? Because it's the internet and people are worried about identity and stuff. But are you in a club, like a local scooter club? So what, do you have any vintage scooters, or is it mostly just Stellas? Like, what tickles your funny bone? Are you part of the vintage scooter? Oh God, what was it? Vintage scooter community builders showcase or whatever. There's a huge thread on the U.S. scooter scene. I'm wondering if you're aware of that one. So you read some of the comments that why are people not getting into the scene? Would you? I mean, you live in New York. I guess it's kind of tough. But if you had access to a club, would you be part of the club, or would you rather be a part of the scene without a club? big idea here is to cut this little dimple out and make it round with this pocket. And we do this by getting as close as possible and then moving left to right gently until we have the same shape. We don't want to cut too much into this, just want to get the surface off and get a nice pocket going. I'll give my comments on this in a second, Sean. I have something to say. The automatic, you should sell the fork and build a fast engine for the other Stella. No, so apparently the American scooter scene, vintage scooter scene, right? I mean, do you consider Stella's vintage scooters? That is a discussion for itself. But it's struggling to get new people, and they think because interests are shifting. I didn't read through the whole thread. It smelled a little bit of drama, but it was also interesting. Some answers on it's interesting to see what came out of it and what people's opinions are. Yeah, are Stella's vintage scooters? Yes and no, right? Murphy, Murphy? Come on! The dog's annoying. So why do you? Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting read, but it's not a necessity. Murphy, come on, go. Do you, or anyone else? I mean, there's 8 people watching. Like, what interests you in scooters? Why do you do this? Oh, hey Gary. Right, it was interesting to read because you had views from everyone, right? There are people who were like, P200s are not vintage scooters, up to I don't care what we ride, who rides what, and so on. Hold on, I'm gonna drum a little bit and let you give a few comments. Yeah, to me, I think to me, I like to challenge myself, and I've grown up on, um, you know, on this kind of stuff. 50s automatics. That's what we did in Europe. So I just like to build stupid shit. That's basically what you see on the channel, and have fun on scooters. But I also get where other people are coming from, right? I mean, a number matching GS160 also has its interest. I mean, heck, I bought a SS. There's an SS sitting there. That's cool. It's a red one, right? Or is the red one the automatic? You sent me a picture or something. Yeah, Gary, you read the thread. So, what would you do to attract new blood into the scene? Like, what do you think could be done? I'm asking this because we're gonna record a podcast, TST's first podcast. You heard it her first later today, and I might touch upon this, and it'd be interesting to bring in people's opinions that I talk to. So if you've, what would you do to attract, to sell scooters to someone? And not, I'm not saying like sell someone a bike, but how do you sell the appeal of scooters to someone and maybe get them into the whole scene? Now you can see, I hope you can hear me, how we're slowly turning this into a pocket. There's still stuff going on there, so I'm trying to imitate the shape of the pocket. Yeah, how to get more people into this scene. And by scene, I don't mean clubs or anything like stuff where you have to pass a initiation ritual. None of that. Just how do you get someone into the scene? missing something? Did I do something wrong? Oh yeah, okay. I got it. There's a lot that I gotta take there. That is interesting. And where? I mean, you don't have to answer. Just where are you from, Gary? Like East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, South? Let me text a friend. He's really into this discussion. Oh, Austin, doesn't Austin have, I was invited by someone out there, the Austin Hill Classic or something like that? Austin small bore sounds fun. I mean, Grumps and, I mean, my wife just got a Kimco Spade. They, to me, belong in the same category. You shift, it's a small bike. Heck, you could put a KTM 390 in there. Well, my P200 can keep up with that. Scott, what's up? Hey, Alvaro. Hey Scott, we were talking, I was talking here with Gary and Sean and other people in the chat about the US scooter scene, and one of the questions I had is, how do you sell scooters to a person that's interested, like how do you get someone interested in the scene? I think that's a good question. Yeah, Austin Smallbore is fun. Gary, are you going to the thing in Birmingham, Alabama? The Barber Small Bore Festival or whatever? So I think I want to take the bike behind me. I want to take that there. Yeah, Scott, it's true. Like everyone loves scooters. Everywhere we go, we love people talk to us. We're not really involved in a club. We're just a group of guys and girls who ride around and have fun. Vintage Rally in Chattanooga. Yeah, I read about it the other day. Can you? I can't look up right now. Can you tell me when it is? Oh, that's such a good quote, Gary. That is such a good quote. I'm gonna take a screenshot. Right. Yeah, right. No, there's still a lip. Still a little bit too. Yeah, Murphy, what is it? Yeah, if it's in October, I really want to go to Chattanooga. One of the US's great scooter builders is from there. Well, it's not from there. He has a shop down there. Yes, Kamadi that's something. That's a cool bike. If only they would make it in 300 in the US. That is quite interesting. Yeah, right. That's what it should be. Heck, if you want to drive the pickup truck as service vehicle behind me, that's all you want to do. You can do that too. You did in my book. Yeah, Murphy, I know. I can't let you in. I'm sorry. Where's my spacer? My Sharpie. The 166 is something else. I still love the Polini because the Polini is a chunk of cast iron, and if you do it right, you can make it really stupid. So the potential is there, but I mean, look at this. Like, the piston rings are gorgeous on this thing. The piston is amazing. The ports, they are, I mean, inside they're great. They're very aggressive. They're almost 90 degrees. So you gotta lift that sucker up and give him high timings. That's what I'm gonna do. Alright, let me clean this up first. I'm trying with this engine, not this one, there's another one. A friend is getting a sidecar, so I'm building this like very torquey sidecar engine. But on that, I'm working on putting together like a carb kit. You can get a 30mm carb for like, including intake, for like 65, 75 bucks. both things together. Especially on the Stella. Ha! On the VNB. You got drum brakes? Good? Alright. Thanks, Scott. No, you are. The dogs are gone. Where's my Sharpie? Not this one. Where's my Sharpie? Was it this one? I guess. Good job.
Oh, that's a lot of views. A lot of comments.
Yeah, we were discussing the scooter scene in the US.
No,
Like how I told Gary I will quote him in our podcast later.
Okay. Later today?
Yeah. I mean we're not gonna do it live, but
Should I cook?
I'm pretty full with what we had.
I'm gonna keep studying.
Yeah, I'm just gonna finish this and
Yeah,
we can contact Mark and then see
Yeah.
about the podcast.
Okay.
I'm just gonna finish here the rough cut,
Yeah.
and then the polish. I'll do that later.
Okay.
I'll probably maybe after the podcast I'll come back online.
Has the dog ate?
No, I do it just in here. Housekeeping. Oh, very nice. Okay. So that matches very well, except here in the back. Did I? No, okay. So I just gotta round this guy off here. I wouldn't say overall power, Sean. Think about it in transmission. It just gives you a little less speed. It should technically give you better acceleration. No, wait, hold on. Yeah. Better acceleration. It's like driving on a smaller gear. Gary, have you thought about putting 4-inch, 4.0, 8-inch tires on it? So if you check on our Instagram, a friend of ours has this really cool Allstate, and he put puffy tires on it, and it rides like on 10-inch, and it gave him that extra speed. We put a DR on a 3-port sprint engine, 24 carb, cut crank, and what's the other thing? Oh, Polini exhaust. And it's stupid for an Allstate. Not that it's fast or anything, but it's an Allstate. It's shaky and it's scary. Yeah, you got to space it out. You got to space it out. Right now, we're working on making one with longer studs. I have the hub somewhere here, so I got to grind out the old studs and weld in new ones that are a little longer, so you can put washers underneath and space out your wheel. I forgot how much it was. It wasn't much. I think it was like 2 washers was enough to get clearance. But you're running out of thread. He's riding right now with the nuts not all the way on, so it's a little sketchy, but Loctite will save your ass, I guess. Oh, you got the... What high knives you got? K61s in 4-inch? 4-inch, 8-inch? Cool. I just gotta round this off a little. Yo, they make K80s in 8-inch? That's awesome. Now I want to go 8-inch. I have a VNB here in Allstate, and they're both gonna go 10-inch. I already have the forks and everything. I have one of Joe's great forks for that PNB. Trying to find pictures. I actually got this fork before I even met Joe. I traded it for some stuff. We traded some parts around. And it kind of just came to be. So I ended up with the whole fork. Alright, looking good there. Like on the other one. What about the front? Talk to Sean. He has a 4-stroke Stella. I'm actually not gonna touch that. So right now. Going old school. So it seems that the Malossi wants a little bit of a larger boost port in the back. Yeah. So. We can open this window more too. I wonder if you can put, I think we talked about it, if GI 6 or something would fit, that would be cool. Let's check this again. Very close. I know I'm using a file, but the back port with one of those carbide cutters is annoying, so I found that a file, if you're careful, does the job quite well too. Close. I wonder, you can probably hear there's still a tiny bit left. Oh, nice. Woohoo! Alright, let me. Alright, Gary, if we don't talk, October maybe. See you in Chattanooga. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate that. If you stick around for 1 minute. My computer's dying. Hold on. Stick around for 1 minute. I'll try and show you. What am I looking at? Oh, there we go. This camera's stupid. Let's see if I can. So I gotta clean this. See this little lip here? I gotta clean that up. I have a sand pad. I gotta do the same modification on the other side. So next up we're going to do some cutting on the cylinder. I gotta enlarge this bit here. Ah, good question, Sean. I actually forgot to show this. I'm super stoked that you asked that question. Flywheel. Wait, why did I? Starter ring gear. On the late models, it was pressed onto here. Right? So I clamped this into my hydraulic press, heated the ring up, and then gentle taps all the way around, pop right off. Because this is aluminum with magnets in it, and this is just steel. This is really fun, and it's reversible. There's a mark on here somewhere. And a mark on here, and you can just go ahead and align it and put it back on. But yeah, screw this. So hopefully that should be enough. I don't have to cut the fins. Then again, it does look like it's made for this. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. Really loud. I'm deaf. Ow. Close. It's gonna come up 1.5 millimeters, so I gotta open it still a lot more. the skirt in the back. I gotta clean that up. Ugh. Open the skirt in the back just so we get a little bit more flow faster and earlier into the boost ports. Everyone who's watching, thank you. My ear's about to explode, so I think I'm going to wrap it up here in a second. How are my dogs cool with all this noise? Nice, so this side is smooth. Touch it on the other side real quick. Yay! So we're all aligned. And this thing's gotta get up a tad. Let me put this back. Nice. Sweet. checking. I'm not going to move the camera for this, but. So it seems like I have to take some off on this side. Up. Yep. All right. Let's move them back here. There's still a tiny bit I need to take on this side. Nice. Everything's aligned. Set. I think this is the one. Now we can call it quits. Yep. Cool. So that right now makes us done for this session. I gotta go record a podcast. It's nice, it's in line more or less. Oh, it's together. Never mind. It's just me being paranoid. Yeah, it's in another elephant. Now I want to draw an elephant. Alright, thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, blah blah blah. I'm gonna clean up and then it's podcast time. See ya. Oop. There you go, out.